Hey guys, it's Carla. Today I'm starting with my raw sienna background and my outline is sketched on. So the first thing I want to do is determine where the bottom of my barn is. So I just used a ruler for that. And I'm going to go ahead and paint in the black areas in the land because I want that to dry. So now I'm going to start on my barn. And I'm just using a round synthetic brush for this, just a cheap brush, and this is also cheap paint. So I mixed up a color, just a dark shade for the base color, and just very loosely brushing this in around the lamb. And then with just raw sienna, I'm gonna kind of streak that in just to give it some texture. But I want to keep this very loose and messy. All right, now with watered down blue and brown, I'm just going to cover this whole ground that he's standing on. So I dried it, and now I'm going to put the planks in on the barn. So I'm just using a synthetic angle brush, just using the edge of it and putting in some dark lines. So now I'm mixing up a shade for my grass or hay or whatever he's standing on, whatever you want it to be. But with that angle brush, I'm just going in different directions and kind of scumbling this in all around the lamb. Kind of add a different shade to it every now and then. And you can also use the palette knife, just the small edge of the palette knife, to put in some sharper blades if you want to do that. Now right here I decided that that area right there would probably be his hind leg showing through, so I'll put a base color on that. Alright, so now I'm mixing up like kind of a yellowish orange with a little white in it. And I'm going to cover the whole, I'm going to go right over my eyes and nose because those are dry now. And I'll just put them back in later. But I want to cover the whole thing with this orangish, yellowish shade. Okay, so now if you look at your reference photo, you can see where the dark shades are, and I'm just using a small flat synthetic brush, and very loosely and keep it kind of messy. I'm very loosely scumbling this darker shade in where it's shaded, because my light is coming from the right hand side, so the left hand side would be shaded. But I want to keep it really choppy because it's wool, so you don't want to brush this on smooth. I'm just putting the color back into the eyes and nose. Now with a watered down dark shade, I want to put a cast shadow under him. So, and you really want to scumble this in because there's not going to be any hard edges because this is grass. So it's just going to be very messy and choppy. Now right here I'm just mixing up a pink shade for the ears, for the inside of the ears, so you only need like a little drop. Okay, so now I've got a kind of a dirty yellow shade, I guess. And with a small round brush, I'm just tapping this in. So this is going to give it that wool texture. Put a little glare in the eyes. All right, now I'm doing the same thing with just plain white. I'm just tapping it in with that small round brush. There's going to be a lot of texture on this painting. And then with just a clean damp brush, I'm just kind of tapping, I guess kind of softening some of that wool, not all of it. I want to leave a lot of texture, but I'm just kind of softening it a little bit while it's still wet. So all the color that you put on this, you're just going to tap it on because the whole thing is wool. So so you want to keep that illusion going. Just darkening some of the areas. I'm putting in a little more shadow down here so that I can come back and put grass around his feet. So with that synthetic angle brush, I'm just putting in some more grass blades. I don't want to put a whole lot in that shadow area, but you would see some. All right, now with a large round brush, I'm scumbling in some down at the base of where the barn meets the ground. I'm just scumbling in some a darker shade. All right, now this is watered down. It's that dirty yellow shade, but it's watered down. So it's gonna kind of bring everything together and give it a little different flavor. But I don't want to cover up all of my white. I'm covering up most of it, but with that white underneath this yellow, it's gonna give it that really light shade, like the sun is shining on it. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and God bless you.